Why Poland is preparing for full war against Russia. Ukraine has always served as a barrier between Poland and Russia-Belarus. The confrontation between Russia and NATO has moved its theater of operations to Ukraine, and now it appears that Poland, another NATO member, may be the next target. To know more about the reasons for the war, just watch the video till the end. But before that, welcome to Just Scary. Ukraine served as a strategic divider between Russia and the U.S.-dominated NATO military alliance until Russia's incursion on February 24th. However, things are transforming quickly. Ukraine is not a member of NATO, but the West supports it from the outside. Therefore, the West was not directly involved in combat. Now, Poland, a member of NATO, will be in the undesirable position of being situated directly between Western Europe and Russia. Unless, of course, Russia entirely leaves Ukraine and loses all influence over the administration of the former Soviet Republic. Both scenarios are unlikely. In response to the invasion that Russian President Vladimir Putin declared to compel his neighbor to declare neutrality in regard to his dispute with NATO, which has spread in Eastern Europe by admitting many former Soviet constituents as members, more than 2 million of the 3.3 million refugees who fled Ukraine have entered Poland. The Polish government has warned that many Polish cities may collapse as a result of the outflow, which is affecting housing, schools, medical care, and other facilities. But Poland is more agitated by the security situation. Poland's eastern border with Belarus, a Russian ally, and Ukraine, which is being invaded by Russia, spans 600 kilometers. Most of Poland is covered by Russian air defenses in Belarus and Russia. Years of persistent warnings from Poland to the West about Russia's intentions to redraw borders through coercion forced the European Union and NATO to forge deeper ties with Ukraine. However, Polish officials were thereafter referred to as alarmists with post-communist stress disorder. But it's no longer acceptable to denigrate Poland in that manner. NATO is aware of this. Poland is the primary transit country for the majority of the Western-sent weapon convoys to aid Ukraine. Additionally, Warsaw is transferring weapons to its neighbor. Poland now hosts a sizable U.S. military presence. Should Russia venture beyond Ukraine, NATO has activated its defense plans and deployed both land and maritime assets throughout its eastern regions. But this hasn't made Poland any less concerned. It has even demanded that an American airbase in Germany be used to transport its Russian-made MiG-29 fighter jets from the Soviet era to Ukraine. However, Washington has opposed the proposal, claiming that having aircraft from a U.S. NATO station fly into airspace over Ukraine that is under dispute with Russia raises severe security issues for the overall military alliance. Poland is currently feeling the heat as Russia approaches its border, and things could get much worse. Many would contend that the question is when, not if. Mateusz Morawiecki, the Prime Minister of Poland, has stated that Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine is a deliberate component of his bigger geopolitical plan and that Ukrainian soldiers are also battling for the independence of their neighbors in Eastern Europe. The security situation requires immediate action, according to Rafał Trzaskowski, the mayor of Warsaw. With the invasion of Ukraine, many worry that Vladimir Putin of Russia will advance his security interests and work toward the great Russian dream of annexing all nations, including Poland. And if he does, there won't be a two-nation war. An operation against one of NATO's members will be seen as an attack against all members. This implies that Poland, a member of the European Union as well, will be defended by all NATO countries. If they don't, NATO's charter will be nullified and more Soviet republics could be invaded by Russia. Putin's recent comments indicate that his desire to bring back some of Russia's former glory may include Ukraine. The way the Soviet Union and Russia's global power were reduced after the Cold War with the West has caused him great pain. Russia and Poland have a shared past. Before World War I, Russia had occupied Poland for more than a century. During World War II, it invaded Poland once more and imposed a communist government there that persisted until 1989. The first unrestricted Polish elections took place on October 1991, a few months before the Soviet Union fell. Since then, war has broken out between the two nations over Warsaw's hostility toward Putin and its backing of Ukraine's NATO aspirations. According to Andriy Dysytsa, the Ukrainian ambassador in Warsaw, Poland is prepared for a Russian strike. Lesia Vasylienko, a Ukrainian lawmaker, has also stated that Putin will not stop in Ukraine. The time until Russia attacks Poland will be extremely short. Russia has already displayed aggression, despite the fact that these comments could be regarded as an attempt to drive the West somehow to oppose Putin directly. Sergei Naryshkin, Russia's deputy foreign minister, declared on March 12 that his country's military would regard weaponry shipments from NATO nations to Ukraine as legitimate targets. Before we continue, for more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is posted. The following day, Russia bombed a Ukrainian military facility close to the Polish border, killing about 35 people. U.S. or other volunteer warriors are being trained in that region, which is also where Western weapons are entering Ukraine. How the West will respond to Polish concerns is the question. In Warsaw, Biden has had a private discussion with President Andrzej Duda after meeting with NATO allies, G7 leaders, and EU leaders in Brussels, Belgium. Biden will travel to Poland the next day. While Russia prepares its troops for a larger conflict, Poles remain silent. Polish politicians are well aware that what happens in the upcoming weeks will undoubtedly have an impact on Poland as well, especially given the increasing likelihood of a full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine. U.S. troops have primarily traveled to Poland after entering Eastern Europe. Washington sent 3,000 more troops, including members of the 101st Airborne Division, to Poland after deploying 2,000 troops to Poland and Germany. While addressing American troops in Poland, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also disclosed a $6 billion arms deal with Warsaw that will include 250 M1 Abrams tanks. Washington relocated its embassy personnel from Ukraine to Poland. Poland has been a crucial source of assistance for Kiev. A new tri-party security pact between Poland, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom was finalized with the purpose of enhancing economic and defense cooperation between the three nations. Additionally, Warsaw appears to seek to play a larger role as a regional hub for security cooperation between Western Europe and Ukraine, as evidenced by Poland's new alliance with the UK and Ukraine. However, this position has only been expanded thus far outside of the EU institutions. Long-running disputes between Poland and the EU have continued as the current crisis has developed, and the European Court dismissed a Polish legal case including rule of law issues. Sikorsky asserts that disputes of this nature have undermined Poland's attempts to forge relationships inside Europe. Nevertheless, despite the crisis, Poland has backed off from the bitter international disputes in the EU. For instance, Andrzej Duda, the president of Poland, has proposed legislation to repeal contentious judicial reforms. Poland is currently in a political bind that is unlikely to end soon. Poland is aware that it needs to get ready for a time when it will have to take the lead in containing Putin's Russia. After all, the current crisis in the region won't likely be the last. Well, that's all for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comments section below. Until then, bye. Also, spend some time watching our other videos on this channel.